Once Upon a Time at Christmas is a 2017 British horror Christmas film directed by Paul Tanter. I have a film called Kill Ratio on the channel, directed by Paul Tanter. It's my only one, not a Christmas film whatsoever, but a B movie, action movie. You can go check that out if you want, the review. But this one is a Christmas horror film directed by the same guy, and it's on Tubi, free, so you can check it out there. And the premise sounded very interesting. I will give this film a lot of credit for its production value. Again, just like the last review I did for Cursed, it definitely feels bigger budget than it is because you can totally tell that it's a low budget film. And trust me, there's moments in this film that definitely feel low budget. However, for the majority of it, it feels like a decently polished film. When we're dealing with like the indie kind of low budget B movie kind of side of things. So it's not bad. And for a slasher film, because this is a pure slasher film, it does a really good job with the slasher elements too, and it works as a slasher movie theme wise really well, in my opinion. So what we have going on here is we have these psychopath serial killers essentially that are portrayed as Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, but they're just psychopaths that just got out of jail, I'm pretty sure. Because at the beginning of the film, the woman who's playing Mrs. Claus, quote unquote, she just looks like Harley Quinn. Like literally, her character is Harley Quinn, essentially. You look at her, she doesn't even have to talk. It's just like she was clearly inspired by Harley Quinn. But she gets busted out of jail, and then they go on a murder spree, and the cops are trying to figure out why, and like, because the kills are all at random, and there's just random people dying kind of thing. You have these young girls who probably are playing high schoolers, but they're all look in their 20s. One thing this film does right is hire some really, really, really good looking sexy girls to play the I guess teens or whatever they are. All the actresses in this film are very beautiful. So you have them. You follow this one girl in particular named Jennifer. She has a group of friends, and eventually, like, Jennifer is kind of your lead, and she's being stalked by this Santa Claus, and essentially the kills are at random until the cops kind of figure out what the pattern is, and I mean, it's not a massive spoiler, but I'll put like light spoilers or whatever, but basically the kills are basically being followed or themed with 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a palm pear and a pear tree or whatever, that 12 Days of Christmas thing. Essentially, it's like the 12 kills of Christmas that these people are doing, and there's definitely reveals more than that. Like it certainly gets deeper than that as the film goes along, but essentially that's where the kills are coming from, kind of thing. So the kills are revolved around 12 Days of Christmas. This film. So I mentioned all the positives. This film is entertaining. I can't say it's not, but there's moments of absolute terrible CGI. And then there's moments of practical gore, which is very weird because you get practical gore, which is great, but you get like, I'm not even kidding. Like you get like, the effects in Sharknado were better. Okay, like I'm not exaggerating when I say when something is bad in this film, it is bad. Okay, and it's such a mixed bag because there is good things going on in this film, but when it goes trash, holy shit, does it go trash. I cannot get behind the acting. And as the film progresses, the acting gets worse and worse and worse. By the second act, it's worse, and by the terrible, by the third act, it is terrible. It is just like we're talking The Room. I'm watching these performances, and I'm like, you have to be trying to be this bad, and it's not. I'm not like pinpointing anybody in particular. It's the entire cast. I don't know what was with the direction with this one. I don't know, like, and it seemed like that, like as the film progressed, everything started to get worse when it came to the acting and when it came to the gore and the special effects or whatever. They like everything progressively got worse and worse as the film went along, which I found interesting. But story wise, it's fine. Like I said, it plays off as a slasher well, and it is entertaining as a so bad it's good film. and I would own it. I would watch it again. I would buy it. I gave this a 2 stars because of its enjoyment. So I did give it a 2 out of 5. It would have been like a 1 star if it was just if this film was boring. It might have hit like 1 star to half-star territory. But it it was fun enough. It had that small town feel. It definitely had that Christmassy vibe. Both the villains overact like crazy, and of course they are included in the bad acting. I mean, they overact like overact to ridiculous territories. It goes like it crosses being like hilariously bad and just goes to like, okay, these like you have it to 11, like you got to dial it down. But it is what it is. You got beautiful girls, like I said. You've got great kills. Like there is this one like washroom kill in particular where it involves an axe, and then Mrs. Claus is holding like a bow and arrow, like an archery gun kind of thing, a bow gun, essentially. That's her like weapon of choice. So I thought that was cool. So there's this other kill too at the beginning of the film involving a car and these two kids like making out in it, and then this cop comes and there's a funny situation that goes on there. But it overall, it's fun enough to be enjoyed, but I cannot sit here and say it's a good movie. And like I said, it's got great moments and it has things that it does well, but then it has other elements to it that it just fucking tanks, man. And I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean, but I have to be honest on this channel. So that's basically all I got. It is on Tubi for free, so go ahead and stream it and give yourself your own opinion. It also does have a sequel. I might check the sequel out, but like I said, I would also watch this film again because I did have fun with it at the very least. So that's Once Upon a Time at Christmas. So see it for yourself, check it out for yourself, and subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.